Hi guys, it's Katie here again from BellaCreativa to do another video and make another couple of pages in the mini album that we've been making using the Broderie SVG files. So SVG files are scalable vector graphic files that you can use in your electronic cutting machines to in this case making a mini album from start to finish. So the cover and spine, the binding, all the pages, pockets, flips, flaps, doors, belly bands, everything, you name it. So in the Broderie package there are 30 files, and they include the elements themselves plus all the mats for each of the elements. And I think we should just get started. So I have already made an album on camera, and this album is the fancy feminine floral lacy album, which is why I called the SVG files Broderie, because they have this gorgeous lace on them. And so you can make this style of album with these fancy edges and very pretty and feminine using the Broderie SVG files. But I also wanted to show you that you could make a normal, or not a normal, but I guess a little more plain kind of an album using exactly the same files. So that's what we've been doing. So this is the album so far. We haven't done any embellishing yet. We're just doing the basic page construction, and then we'll go back and put in all the inserts and tags, pretty it up, and that sort of thing. So we've got 4 more pages left to do, and I was thinking that we might manage to get a couple of those done today. So this is our album. If you wanted to purchase the SVG files, you could head over to my Etsy store, and I'll put the link in the description box below. The files, as in the size they come, will make this album, which is a 7-inch square album with a 3-inch spine. But the beauty with SVG files is you can scale them up or down. So you could use exactly the same files to make an album that was 8 by 8 or 9 by 9 or even maybe 10 by 10. Or you can make one that's 4 by 4. So that's one of the beauties of SVG files. I love them. So I've got a couple more pages that I thought we could make today, and I'll just clear some space and move my scissors before they fall and stab me. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll show you all the pieces that I have cut out, and here we go. Right, so I have a little pile of the things that are ready to go. So the first one of those, we always start with the C2 base page mat, and that's this one here. So I've already, my Cricut has cut it out, and I've just inked around the edges. And then we have got, I've cut out this E2 pocket, it's quite a big pocket, and then 2 of the E6 mats which fit on the E2 pocket. So that's those here. So this is the E2 pocket and the 2 E6 mats for that. Then we have cut out one of these F2 pockets and F8 mat to go on that, and that's that one there. And I have also cut out the F5 pocket and the F11 mat to go on that, and that's that one there. Next I have cut out one G2 pocket and 2 G5 mats, and that's these here. So that's the G2 pocket and the 2 G5 mats. And then finally I have cut out this corner pocket here, J8, and the mat to go on that is the J16. So that's all our pieces. So I put that to the side, and we can start working on our page constructions. So these 2 little pockets here are staying as pockets. We don't need to do anything with those. We'll put that to the side, and we'll put that one to the side. We can put our C mat to the side. So this is our E piece, E2 pocket, and it's a pocket, but we're going to use it as a flip. So, and we're going to flip it on the long side today. So we need to cut off those 2 short tabs, and I've put little crosses there to remind me of that. So we need to do that. Put those mats to the side, and then we need to do exactly the same thing with this G2. It's a pocket, but we're going to use it as a flip. So I'm going to cut off these 2 tabs here and just keep this 1 tab at the side. So I'll just get out my cutting board and cut those off. So my Cricut has already put that score line on there for me, which is handy if I'm not, even if I'm not folding it, because I can use that and line it up on my scoreboard and just cut that tab out. So this is the only cutting that I really need to do, and I've just left these tabs on here so you have got more than one use for a piece. So it was a pocket, but now it's a flip, just like that, just by cutting those 2 little tabs off. And so I can just start here, and there. And now we have that one as a flip as well. So I will just put my cutting board to the side and bring out my mat so I don't get glue everywhere. And we can start putting it all together. So now I just wanted to look at my album again, because I want to remember which way my page was facing. So the next page we're doing is this right hand facing one. So that's good to know. I'll just put that to the side. So that means then that we are going to be, I prefer not, if I have something that's coming out from the side, I would prefer to have it coming out from the far side and not the side where the spine is. That's just my preference. So you'll see that whenever I have things that flip out, they tend to flip out to the outside rather than to the inside. That's just my preference, so you can do it any way you like. So, but in this instance, I'm going to have my G piece flipping out from this way. That's my decision. Yes. Okay. And then I'm going to have my E piece go on top like that. Right, so we have 2 flips. Now, this one here is going to have my cute little butterfly pockets on it. So I'm trying to decide whether to, yeah, I'm still going to round the corners, and I'll just have to remember to round the corners on my bottom pocket as well. I have to try and remember. So I'm going to also round the corners on this one. I like rounded corners. What can I say? Right. So, and then I am just going to quickly ink up these bits that I have trimmed the edges off, so that they all start to look the same. And on this side as well. And here. And this one. This ink pad I've had for ages. It's done really well, but it might be time for a new one. This side, but it's a flip, I have to do both sides. Okay, get rid of it. It's starting to get fluffy on the bottom of my distressing tool. I go through so many of those little spongy things that go on there. Okay, so my G2 piece is going to go along there, so I'll just find my glue. I'm using Helmar's Helmer's Tiger Grip glue, but I've just put it in this little squeezy bottle. And the idea is that it's supposed to not, or to help me control my tendency to use too much glue. I think it is, but I still use too much glue. So I'll just pop that down there. And I should probably mention that this paper line that I'm using is a Kaiser Craft paper line called Whisper. It looks like this. It's very neutral, the whole thing is neutral. And because I just wanted to make a calmer album after making one that was full of roses and flowers and pink and butterflies, although this does have quite a few butterflies. So this is a 6.5 inch paper pad, and my pages themselves are 6 inches by 6 inches, so I could mat this whole album pretty much with a 6-inch paper pad. So I'm using 2 of these, and I was a little bit worried that I still wouldn't have enough, so I've also been using a bit of paper out of an old atlas, which I quite like. Whoops. Okay, so we've got that one there, and then I'm going to pop this E one on top. Let's give it another burnish and pop that one on. And that one's going to just go straight on top of there as well. Like so. Okay, so that one's going to open out. Oh, the glue there, and then that one's going to open out. Right. So, what I don't know what to do. I'm not sure how I'm going to keep these closed yet. I'm actually thinking I might use a bit of ribbon. I've got some of this chiffon ribbon just here. I usually use seam binding, but let's go with something different. So I'm thinking, a little bit worn just here. I'm thinking I should attach this to my page here before I put the mat down. So I give myself a good, and then I thought I would also attach it under here. So let's start by just putting this down here. So much talking and so little doing. I'll put that down on there. I'll squash it out a bit with my finger. Isn't that how everybody does it? Okay, and then I'll put the mat for this one straight on here. Now I need to round the corners and fix those naked corners, and then I can put that mat straight down on there. Hope this little tie works. Well, if it doesn't, you know, we'll come up with something else. Things happen. Okay, so I'll just drop that one onto there. And like so. It's pretty good. I think this is what I had in mind. I can't even remember anymore. Here we go. Okay. Right, now I'm going to put these little pockets on this one here. So, to start with, let's round the corner of our mat. I always forget to do that, so that's done. And then we need to round just this one corner here. So I'll just fold those tabs in and give it a snip. I didn't do very well because I was trying to go through that whole lot. So what I'll do is I'll just trim my little tabs off a bit. And that one. Get rid of that stuff. Okay, now let's just try that again. So see if we get it better. There we go. Why am I putting it over there? I never put it over there. Oh dear. Okay, so I'm going to stick this one here, which is the F2 pocket, down on here, and it fits just there so nicely. Right, so let's do that. And here. And pop that down. Line it up. Like so. Get glue everywhere as you do. Could possibly, that's good, I'm happy with that. And then we can do the same with this little skinny one here, which is F5. We don't need to worry about rounding the edges of that one. Alright, that's just going to go down like that. Lovely. Oh, there's glue still pouring out. Even with the little nib. Okay. Put that in there. And line it up. Push it down. I'll just get out my little trusty wipe here. And then along the bottom, up the side. And fold it onto the job. And she gets stuck down really well. Okay, just have a look at what kind of a mess I've created on the other side. So far so good. There's a little bit of glue there. Okay, so then we can put these little mats on and that'll look sweet. And pop that down. It sounds like my next door neighbours are having a bit of a party, or at least a gathering, and I think they're sitting outside. I don't know if you can hear it. They're not being raucous or anything, it's just that you might be able to hear it. And I thought I'd better explain. And that one. Okay, looks cute. Love it. Okay, so now I'm just going to trim this. I always cut it too short, so I feel like that would be long enough for one side. So let's just trim that there and open it up, and then we can put this other mat for this side on here. Right, so we need to round these corners as well. Some glue on there. Oops, I've gone a bit crazy with the glue tonight. Okay, pop that one down on there. Nice, good spot there for a photo. I reckon you could put a 6x4 on there, no problems. Okay, then we have our G2 piece here. So this mat's going to go on here. We need to round some edges. It doesn't matter, corners, doesn't matter which ones, because the paper is not directional. Okay, so a bit of glue on here. This is a nice big spot for photos as well. I bought, with the paper pack that I bought, paper pad, Whisper from Creativa, I also bought the little die cut ephemera pack. So I was thinking, rather than putting lots and lots of pockets in, I could use some of the pieces as tuck spots. We'll see. Maybe. Could happen. Okay, and then that's the base page. This one's the other side. Is there a direction on that one? I do sort of feel like it might go that way. Right, so let's crown these corners with the white edges and put some glue on here. I think it's getting late. I've gone a bit silly. Okay, so there's that one there. I mean, we could come back later and put pockets and things on here. But I'm a bit worried about whether I'm going to have enough paper, and I also don't want to make the album super thick, so I am trying to restrain myself. Right, so then I want to put some ribbon on this base page, so then when these two flip together we can tie it up just here. So I just wanted to make sure that they were sort of in line, which it appears they are. I'm tangled up now, so just keep that one there and a bit of glue down. Probably doesn't need to be that much under there. Try to get the glue off my fingers. And then we can put the mat down. I can't figure out with this if it's supposed to go a particular way. I don't know. It's going this way. Okay. So just put some glue down on this mat. And this page is nearly done. I just put a little corner pocket on and voila. Might have time to do another page, I think. Now, just put enough glue there. Hard to know, hard to know. My little Velcro dots keep sticking to my little white pen. Okay. Very good. Now we just have this little corner pocket here. So I've already inked it up. So I'll just attach the mat to it. And pop it down. On there. This is the atlas paper that I was using. So this is these are the index pages at the back, and I just really like them. I just like them. And then I'm going to pop that one down here. Like so. That'll be nice. Let's do that. This album is really coming together easy. Every page is different, but it's just come together really nice and easily. Oh, look, I've gone crazy with the glue down the bottom here. I'm probably just about out of frame as well, sorry. Right. Make sure it's sticking well down here. So then we have that nice little pocket in there. Spots here for photos, maybe a tuck spot. We could even come and put a belly band in there later. So many options. Same again here. And then we have those two cute little pockets there. So I'm just going to snip off a bit of this ribbon. This is very wide ribbon. I wonder if I should have maybe cut it in half. Okay. Now this is probably too long, but it's better than making it too short to start. Okay, so then I'm just going to be able to tie these two together, or tie this all down together, like so. Way too long, look at all of that. We can have a huge bow. Oh, I think that's lovely. That colour works really well with these. Okay, so let's just snip this off a little bit, like so. And like so. Oh, I think that's really nice. I wasn't really sure what to do there, but that's come out quite nicely. Alright, there we go. Let's do another page. We're on a roll. Let me find some pieces of what we're going to do in the next one. I'll get rid of some of this mess, and so we can create some more. So this would be page 10. We don't have too much more to go here. Okay, so all my little bits and pieces, and the book, and I'll move this to the side. Okay, and we're going to do this page here, which is the left opening side, so that's good to know. Right, so I'll just put that to the side. Might even put the glue lid back on. Okay, so this is what I've cut out for this page. We have, of course, the C2 base page map to start with, which is what we always have to start with. Let's clear the room for all of this over here. So we have one of those, and it's got these cute little leaves and ferns and in that foil. Pretty. Then we have some D2. We have one D2 pocket here, and two of the D5 mats that go on that pocket. So that's those here, D2 pocket and the two mats for that. Then I have cut out two of these little E4 pockets and two of the E8 mats that go on the E4 pocket, right? So that's those here. We've got two little E4 pockets, cute, and the mats that go on those, which is E8. Then we have a G2 pocket, which is the big pocket here, and I have cut two of the G5 mats to go on that. So that's that pick there. And then finally we have one H2 pocket or door and one H4 mat to go on it, and that's that one there. So let's carry on. Now the H2 pocket is staying as a pocket. Let's even go crazy and put the mat on it straight away. Like so. Shouldn't think this page will take too long to put together either. So pop that on here. Try and make it reasonably straight, Katie. Okay, so that's the H2 pocket there. Now the G2 piece we are going to use as a flip. So we're going to flip it on this long side. So we need to cut these two tabs on either side off, so we'll do that. The little E4 pockets we're leaving exactly as they are. And then the D2 piece we are also going to use as a flip. So I'm going to leave this tab here, but cut these three off. And I have not put my little marks on there, so I better do that because I'll get talking and cut them all off. Right, so let's just pop that stuff to the side. I'll get out my cutting board again, and we'll just line up these little score lines. And trim that tab off. And the same with this one. Oops. that last one there as well. I don't know how well I can line it up. There we go. Right, so that pocket is now a flip. I'm going to do the same with this big one here, this G2 piece. Line that up. Trim. Get rid of it. And trim that up. I did the wrong thing. Do you see that? I trimmed it. It's too late in the evening. Even though this did not have a cross on it, I cut it off and now I've got that one. I wonder if I can still do this with like that. I'm so silly. I don't know if I can. I wanted to flip it this way. Now I've got it like that, which Katie. Let's have a look at the mats, because if the mats are directional, then they're not. Okay, let's see if we can work through this. Let's think this through. Maybe we can resurrect it. Okay, let's fold this and pretend that we're going to keep it. See what happens when we have to think on our feet. Okay, my first question is, all right, well, let's bring our page in, see if we can make this work. So we're working on this left opening page. Let's slide that over here. So I was going to have this here, like so, and open it from that side. But now it's going to be more like that. Do you think that looks strange? I don't know. And then I was going to have these little pockets. Where are they? This is what happens when it's late at night. I was going to have these little pockets on the side like this, but now they would have to be on the bottom like this. And I tell you what, let's try and build the page before we actually put it on here, so then if it doesn't work, it's not the end of the world. And then I was going to have this D2 coming from this side, so we can still do that. That's still doable. Do you think it looks strange that it's got this little tiny bit? What about if we dropped it down? And it was just I don't know. I just don't know. Let's just roll with it, hey? Why not? Okay, so let's pretend that it's going to flip from this side. And let's start by maybe putting the mats on our little pockets here. Oh dear. Okay, so I hope this is going to work. Right, I'll put this little pocket here like so. These little pockets are so cute. Look at them. Right, and then this one. Let's just make this work, guys. It's not the end of the world. The mat isn't very straight. Right, so now can't decide whether to round my corners or not. So I'll have this like this. Let's round them. And they're like that. Oh no, let's not round the bottom though, because I want to put this pocket on there and I haven't rounded that. So we'll just do that top one. That'll be fine. I can live with that. We're really making this up as we go along. Okay. So I will just ink up this edge here. on our feet. To round this little corner as well. Okay, so that's going to go down on there like so. And then we'll have these two little pockets on there. And here. And we'll have this D2 maybe underneath. And I'm not sure how we're going to attach this or keep this down. Maybe we'll just use a little Velcro dot. Let's not get too uptight about it. Okay, so I'm going to just stick it down. Yeah. Well, this would be an interesting page. I might need to ink along there as well. Okay. Right, so lucky our mats weren't very directional, so we could have a late change. And just ink along here. Which means I'll need to do the same with this side as well. Okay. Right, so there's our, okay, and then I'm going to put a pocket down here, and a pocket down here, and there, and one there. Okay, that's going to happen. We're going to make that happen. Glue. And pop that down on here, line it up, give it a good push, and the same with this one. Oops, I nearly picked up the inking tool rather than the glue. Okay, so then we put this one on here, right next to it. Wow, it still looks cute. It's just going from a different direction. Well, lucky we managed to save it. Why are they not lining up? I'll just squish this one up a little smidge. Great glue everywhere. And the Velcro dots. Now, for some reason, they aren't quite right. I haven't lined it up very well. Never mind. I won't tell if you don't. It's like a little fraction. I'll just push it down a little bit. Okay. Right. So then if it flips over, we have the mat for this side to go on here. So we need to round just the one corner. Oh, look at me. Not making that mistake, am I? Okay. Some glue on here. Even though I put the cross on the tab that I was meant to cut off, I cut off the wrong tab. I think that would suggest that I should pack it in and call it a day. But not until we finish this page, such as it's going to be. Okay, so that's the G, big G piece. Right, and then D2, and we have the little doodads for that. So I'm going to round the corners on this one, and I think this one's gonna go on the top because we don't need more of the same text right next to it. So we'll put that one on here. I haven't inked up around here at all. And then let's quickly do that. We're nearly done. We can make this work. I'm sure of it. Well, what do they say? Mistakes aren't mistakes, they're creative opportunities. Okay, so I'm going to put this mat on here. I hope you're following along. I'm not even sure that I'm following along anymore. Pop that one on here. Push it down. Okay, and then if we flip it over, we're going to put one on here. So we'll just nip these little corners off, dress them with a little bit of ink, and give it a light coating of glue. And put it down like so. Ooh, and it wobbled. Okay, so now let's bring our album in. We've got these two pieces that we're going to try and make work. Oops. So, my original plan was for these to be facing sideways, but now they're on the bottom. I'm not sure I like it as much, but we're going to live with it. And it would have been the full length of the page, but now it's just a squiffily little bit short. And we're going to live with that too. So let's stick it down, which, you know, it always helps to take the lid off the glue. Right. So I'm just going to line it up on the side here, and I'm going to stick my head in the way probably and do my best to sort of center it. There's only, you know, 2 or 3 millimeters on each side, so it's not really a biggie. Make sure it's lined up along here. Oh my goodness, that Velcro dot. Go away. Okay. I'm just going to squeeze that down. Get rid of that glue that's coming out. It'll dry clear, Katie, let it go. Well, look at that. That will not dry. Never mind. That's the least of our worries. Okay, just give this a little burnish. Okay, are we happy with where that's sitting? I just have to stand up for a second and look over the top of it. I'm not loving these pockets this way, but we're going to deal with them. Okay. Maybe once we embellish them somehow, they'll look a bit better. But that bit right down the middle there looks strange and unusual to me. Never mind. Okay. So then we want to put this D piece on here, like so, and I think we could probably just eyeball that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I'll just put a little mark there so that I can line it up there again easily. Go crazy with the glue again. Ooh. glue. I'm going crazy with it. And find my bone folder. It's over here now. I started off this series making a big boo-boo with the cover, and now I've made this boo-boo. Never mind, well, it's okay, we can do this. Okay, so then this is our base page matte, so let's stick that one on. We're nearly done. And just put that one on. Like so. That's alright. And then this one here that we'd already put the matte on, I'm just going to pop down the bottom in between, like so. So let's do that. Oh, come on, glue. Geez, I must have used a bit of glue. I didn't fill this up not so long ago. Most of it I've wiped away with my wiper, with my cloth there. Okay, on this one goes, this is the H2 pocket, or door, however you want to use it. We're just using it as a pocket here. I'm just going to burnish that down. Wipe up the glue. Make sure it's stuck down nicely. Okay, probably do a little more glue there at some point. I'll come back and sort that out later. I won't put you through looking at that. Right, so this is the page now. A little bit different, but never mind. So it's going to fold over like so. So we can put little photos or do a bit of journaling on here. And then this one flips over like that. Now, I haven't worked out a closure because, well, I didn't know the page was going to look like this. So I could probably just put a Velcro dot up there, and that would, on the corner of this little piece here, and that should hold it closed, or even in the middle here might be better, and that'll keep it closed. Let's just do that because I think that'll work. So let's just make sure that that reaches, and this must be about halfway here. So let's put a little dot on there, like so. And then I'll put the fluffy one on top. Like so. Oop. Okay, and then when we close it up, give it a good push. Okay, so that holds it nicely. So that's something at least, right? So we just need to zhuzh that, you know, with a little bit of embellishing. But we resurrected the page. Not quite the way I envisaged it, but you know, I guess that's part of the SVG files themselves being versatile, is that even when you make a little mistake like that, a little creative opportunity, you can still make it work. So